G'day people, welcome to another week. Look, there's so many good things to tell you about this week. It's really an exceptional week. There's lots of wonderful new season stuff. We're starting to see some of the benefit of all of the nice rain that we've had. So there's lots of wonderful greens. There's lots of nice new season apples and pears and the like to show you. So here we go. Galas are tremendous. I mentioned these last week. Now we've got two grades. You can get absolutely spotless clean, no marks on them at all. They're at $8.99 a kilo. If you don't mind the odd superficial skin mark, such as that, $4.99. They're mostly around about that size and slightly bigger. Really, look, they're the ones to get because look, $4.99, superficial blemish, that's all it is. They're tremendous. Jonathans have started, first of the season. Now, they're not my kind of apple, but if you like Jonathans, these are a classic Johnny. They're a little bit tart, but they're fresh off the tree. Nice clean, nice small pieces. And they're what a Johnny should be, you know, that nice sort of more sour than sweet. Also fresh off the tree, new season golden dells. Great for eating, a lower acid style of apple, also a great cooker. Some lovely Granny Smiths. You can see they've got a nice, I love it when they get that nice little red hue about them. Again, great for cooking. Look, bananas this week are a little bit more forward than we probably like. They've got a little bit more colour, that means. But look, they will be good for the best part of the entire working week. So you'll be eating them well into Friday. I'd like to quickly mention stone fruit. Now, peaches are pretty well coming to an end. They've been brilliant, so they'll finish with a burst, but it's almost all over. However, nectarines, the white nectarines are eating fantastically. You can see there's a mixture of sizes there. And the other thing we've got on this week are the Tegan Blue plums. Brilliant, they're eating really, really nice and they're on special. Also on special, good sized kiwi fruit. You can buy 10 of those for $3.50. They're 45 cents a single piece, nice size. Avocados, again, coming from Combine, smaller pieces, mostly firmer pieces. A lovely little treat I'd like to show you, mangosteens. You may or may not have seen them before. They appear a few times throughout the year. Now they're grown in tropical North Queensland, actually originate from Southeast Asia, where they're actually known as the queen of tropical fruits. Look, they're rich in all sorts of things, lots of calcium, lots of B, vitamin C, phosphorus, and look, I think they're actually, you know, made by God when he was a child. They're actually like a little toy. Nice little beautiful button stamp on the bottom. And you lift the lid off. I've cut this one in half, obviously. There's the flesh. Difficult to describe in terms of flavour. Absolutely nothing like a mango, of course, but they're probably similar to a lychee, but stacks more flavour. A nice fresh zing to them. You can use them in fruit salad, but really, I think they're just something interesting to try, a little bit different. Some people actually use them like a cassis in champagne, so a couple of segments plopped into the bottom of a glass of champagne, just to add a nice interesting flavour to it. They're really, really nice and just a lovely little treat. The pears are great, the figs are great, the watermelon's great, the grapes are great. Sultanas, I've been saying they're about 90% of sweetness. I reckon they're at full limit now. They're as good as they're going to get. They're brilliant. Same for the crimson or flame seedless. Hadn't had one of these for a few weeks, but talking to Chris last week it was, and telling me how wonderful they are. Floral was a word he used to describe these, and nice and fleshy, pretty much nearly all over the mangoes. Rockies, you can see they're quite a reasonable piece, but the buy of the week, there seems to be really a big flush on in terms of supply at the moment for pineapples. Not uncommon for us to have that piece around about the $8-9 mark. This week you can get that size for $4.95, and they're fantastic. If you haven't tried an organic pineapple, now is the time to do it. Do it while you can. Cabbages, the green are beautiful size, and they're lovely and fresh. Nice leaves. Same for the reds, a bit smaller, which is typical. And the colour of the pumpkin there, the Jap. And then we've got the grey there. Fantastic colour, which is also an indication of flavour and sweetness. And they're on quite well priced at the present. We've just had our mate Mr. Tyndall in. Here's our grower of giant Russian garlic. Now he's just outside Armidale, and you'll find a lot of the local garlic, the coastally grown garlic this year, might have some mould issues because he's a little bit higher. They've also had a lot of rain, but nowhere near as much as the coast, so slightly cooler conditions. So this will be pretty much the nicest garlic you'll see this year. We've just pretty much bought half a year's supply. It's one of those things that stores really well, and made the trip down for Mr. Tyndall worthwhile. So lovely fresh giant Russian garlic. Some lovely greens to show you. We've got some beautiful, the smaller bunches of English spinach. They're lovely and fresh and clean. Butter lettuce, a smaller lettuce, but you'll get a couple of feeds out of that. Cos lettuce again, a smaller size this week, but nice and fresh. Look, I thought I'd show you the shallots because last week was exceptional. The shallots last week were brilliant. Don't expect the same size this week. They're a lot smaller. Button squash, lovely little pieces, clean as a button. The beans last week, as I may have warned you, tasted fantastic but didn't actually look great. This week they're both fantastic to eat and they're spotlessly clean, nice and fresh. Parsnips great, particularly for this time of year. Celery are large bunches. Half. I'd go a half. Eggplant's nice and firm and clean. Haven't had much supply of gold sweet potato the last couple of weeks, but look at that. They're such a beautiful glowing colour. They'll be great. But my favourite is the purple sweet potato. To me, nothing bakes up as sweet as these. White flesh with a purple fleck through them. I think they're glorious. They look great on a plate. You can bake them or even mash them just to get that nice colour. Beautiful Pontiacs. Great for your baked salads and the like. Most of the potatoes this week are coming from Tasmania. And there's some Sebago. The Nicolas. Potatoes are one of those things that you think potatoes, but so many people are new to organics. It's one of the first things they comment on in terms of flavour is the significant difference there is between conventional potatoes and organic. They're just worlds apart. Desiree. Great chipper, nice yellow flesh when they bake up. Another lesser known, less understood potato. These are kiflers. Really, to me, the best way to cook these is to boil them. They're really quite waxy, so they'll hold their form. They bake up pretty good. Really good salad potato. Here's our Italian garlic grown out of Mudgee. Really intense flavour, nice and oily. Garlic's one of those things that I'm sure many of you are aware that the Chinese stuff just doesn't compare in terms of quality and flavour. I didn't see it this week, but there was a piece in the Sydney Morning Herald bringing up a lot of issues that I think are worthwhile noting. What they do with the Chinese garlic, a chemical called methyl bromide, which we've spoken about before, gas, irradiation. We're exposed to radioactivity, which basically, I suppose, it stops the moulds that might form while it's travelling, but the key thing is it engenders a long shelf life, so it sterilises the garlic so it won't reproduce, won't sprout, becomes dead, lifeless, bleaching the skin so they're nice and bright and white. So it's little wonder by the time we get it here, I don't think there's any point eating it. There's no flavour, it's cheap, that's all it is. Really, we should be supporting Australian farmers. We pay probably 5 or 6 times as much to our growers as the supermarkets sell the Chinese stuff. That's just the way it is. They need to make a living, and it's a fair and reasonable price for a lot of work and a lot of labour. At the end of the day, it's all about the flavour, and where there's smoke, there's fire. Flavour is a component of all sorts of nutritional elements, and that's what it's all about. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you've got some good information out of that, and trust me, the things I've spoken about are first class and you really enjoy them. So have a lovely week. See you next time.